everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today is going to be another bump day. I am 22 weeks today. I'm going to be doing week 20 and 21. Before I get started on all the cravings and the symptoms and all that stuff, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the 20-week anatomy scan because that was really cool and it was just like exciting. We saw him. I would say though, like, it went by really quick. Like, most people, like, it feels like their anatomy scans go really slow, like an hour or 45 minutes or something like that. But ours was like literally, she was like, Mimi, 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 okay, we're done. It just literally felt like maybe like 20 minutes at max. So I would say like that was kind of disappointing just because I wanted to like it to go a little slower. But it went really well. She scanned all his brains and everything, and it was like crazy to see, like, from 17 weeks to 20. I was like 17 weeks and like I think 2 days when I got the first when we got the gender scan, and then I was like 20 weeks and 4 days when we got our anatomy scan. It is crazy how different he has grown, like how much he's grown from the two separate ultrasound pictures. Everything's basically grown bigger and it's like so cool. It's like, I don't know, it's like awesome and exciting. They're estimating he weighs around 14 ounces, or he did weigh around 14 ounces at the time. And that put him in the 68th percentile, which was, I mean, that's like a little smidge a bit. That's a little smidge above average. So I mean, I say he's normal. Also, the doctor said he looked completely healthy. She didn't see anything to be concerned about. And it's funny because my best friend is an sonographer, and I sent her the pictures of the ultrasound at 17 weeks, and she said that I have an anterior placenta just by the pictures, and they confirmed that on the anatomy scan that I do have an anterior placenta, which means like my placenta is in the front. So it is like a little harder to feel him like kick and move around and stuff, just because there's more padding, because the placenta is literally right there. So it's like uterus, placenta, and then my, stomach fat. He was breached, but that's normal. That was it for the anatomy scan. So basically he's healthy and he's growing at the rate he should be growing, and it's just really exciting. And it was funny because I saw him on the screen and it just made me want to hold him so bad. Like, I'm getting very impatient. I just want to hold him already, and I know that I have so much longer to go. But I'm sure everyone starts feeling like that. Like, they just want to get it over with and they want to skip the pregnancy and just have the baby already. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about maternity clothes as well before I get into everything else, because I had to go shopping for maternity clothes this past week. And what is up with maternity clothes? Because everything is like online now and there's like nothing in the stores. And if they do have them in the store sections, their sections are so tiny that there's like nothing to pick from. I don't have a body type that can just fit anything and everything, so buying something online is like wasting my time to bring it here, try it on, oh, of course it doesn't fit, now I've got to bring it back to the store or send it back. Like, that is just the worst. They need to put maternity sections in the stores. Okay, enough about ranting about maternity clothes shopping, because I guess, I don't know how everybody feels about it, but that's how I feel about it, and it's very annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and get into like all the things I want to talk about throughout the week. So the past 2 weeks, I have gained a total of 3 pounds, which makes it a total throughout the whole pregnancy 9 pounds so far. So at 22 weeks, I've gained 9 pounds, which makes a total of 157. Because it started at 148. So I'm 157 now, 9 pounds total, 22 weeks. So I feel like I've been gaining weight pretty well. 1 to 2 pounds every week. It kind of fluctuates back and forth depending on what I eat, I guess. But speaking of eating, last week I said that I craved like all kinds of barbecue. It's not barbecue, because I've eaten barbecue. I've eaten like a barbecue burger and I made barbecue chicken, and I still want barbecue. It's not the barbecue, it's a restaurant. There's a restaurant down here where we live, and it's called Phil's, and I just need some Phil's in my life. So if anybody wants to come and take us to Phil's Roadhouse, go right ahead. But yeah, definitely Phil's. And I would say also apples are so good. Like, I cannot get enough of apples. Like, I eat them like constantly, and I don't want anything else but apples. Like, I could eat an apple all day, like multiple apples a day. Which brings me into like what I want to talk about eating, is like what I eat during the day. Sometimes for breakfast I'll have an Activia, like yogurt drink, and a banana, and that's all I'll eat for breakfast. But sometimes I add on to those two things like a pack of grits, because they're delicious. And that's like my breakfast. And then I don't eat a snack during that period between lunch. And then lunch, for the past month I've been eating egg salad sandwiches, so just like boiled eggs and mayonnaise, and it's delicious. I haven't gotten tired of it yet. So I've been eating that, and the last 2 weeks an apple with that. So I had like chips every time with it, but like I said, I don't want like unhealthy food, so I've been having an apple. They're so good. I love green apples. So that's for like lunch, and then I have to have a snack between lunch and dinner. And normally it used to be like fiber bars, but I've eaten them too much, and they're gross, and they don't even like help me poop, so I stopped eating them. And now it's carrots. It was carrots last week, and this week I added on like a small mini bag of popcorn, so we'll see how that goes. So carrots and a mini bag of popcorn, and then whatever I make for dinner. Like this week I'm making like chicken with like stuffed with pepper jack cheese and jalapenos, with some sweet potato fries, spaghetti, and we got a pork tenderloin, and we're gonna have mashed potatoes with that. So that's like basically what I eat during the day. Oh, and ice cream sandwiches, of course. Like, you cannot not have an ice cream sandwich. So I just wanted to like talk about that and like tell everyone what I eat during the day. But yeah, so as you see, I don't really eat junk, and I don't really eat a lot. So sleeping these last 2 weeks have actually been a lot better than they were. I've gotten used to like tossing and turning to each side, and I can sleep pretty well. I wouldn't say like amazing, but it's not horrible. And I only had like maybe 1 or 2 nights that was like just absolutely the worst nights on the planet. So I think sleeping's getting just a smidge better for me, because I'm getting used to my body not being able to be on my back or my stomach. I also started last week trying to go, because I like am really tired throughout the day, because again, I don't sleep very well. So by like 4 o'clock I'm ready for bed, but I normally go to bed around like 8 or like 8:30, but last week I was trying to push it as far as I could go, so like I could be like as tired as I possibly could be, like to where I can't even keep my eyes open. So I stayed up a little later last week, and I think that's why I slept a little better, because I was just so exhausted. So yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do that, just trying to go to bed a little later and later. Not later and later, but a little later than 8 o'clock. Maybe like 9 or 9:30, somewhere around there, so I'm like extremely tired. As far as like movement these last 2 weeks, 20 weeks was good. I mean, it was normal. It was the same like as what I said in the last video, but starting 21 weeks, you can see him move on the outside now and feel him, and it's like the coolest thing ever. Like, he's constantly just making my belly move and everything, and it's really funny because I like tried to get Joe to put his hand on there to feel it, and we both were like, we felt something, and we both were like, I don't know if that's your hand twitching or if that's him moving, because Joe twitches a lot, so We have to wait until he gets bigger for Joe to be able to feel him on the outside because his hand twitches too much for the little baby movements that he's making. I'm excited that I can see and feel him, and it's like a thing to where we're kind of bonding, like, because I can feel him and I can see him move, but I can't wait for Joe to be able to feel him. If he was a normal human, he probably would be able to see and feel him, but he's not normal, so we have to wait a little longer for Joe to be able to be involved in the process. I keep having really bad dreams about having a premature baby. I keep having dreams that he's gonna come right now, like when I'm in my 20 weeks, and he's gonna be in the NICU and stuff is happening. I keep having dreams about my water breaking right now and like all this stuff, and it's really stressful because I'm already an anxious person, and now I know they're just dreams, but like it gets you wondering, you know, it gets in your head, like now you start worrying, like what if this actually happens? And it's just like really stressful to keep having those dreams, because I wish like my mind and my dreams would think about something else and not be worrying about having him way too early. So that's something I'm struggling with. My feet get hot. Like my feet get so hot that it's bad, because like your feet get hot and then your whole body gets hot, but my whole body hasn't got hot. My feet just get extremely hot, and then I have to like put them in front of a fan and be like, cool down feet, or like put them in, like run them under cold water. So my feet are constantly like super hot, and I don't even know why. It's weird. I am constantly thirsty. Like I drink a lot of water. Like I have like a cup that's like 24 ounces of water, and I drink like 4 or 5 of those a day just because I'm constantly thirsty, and like that's like a lot of water. So like I'm constantly drinking water, but I'm just always thirsty for some reason. Like I'm never satisfied, especially at night, because I try and like not drink as much water at night, like with my dinner and stuff, so that way I'm not up peeing 27 times a night. And then I just get so thirsty if I'm not just constantly just like, okay, I need a drink of water, It's just like, it's really bad. Also, a new thing that's happening, which is kind of exciting and kind of annoying. My boobs are starting to leak. So, well, not starting to. Well, they started to where like, well, the cats like walk all over me and like, you know, need me. And so a lot of times they'll like walk over my boobs, and like that will like push out some of the colostrum that's like being made or whatever. So that was like how it started, is like they would just like push out stuff, and now I just get random leaks, like random, like nobody has to touch them, nobody steps on them. I just like get up and there's like this big ring of wetness, and it's cold, and so my boobs have started leaking, and I mean that's kind of cool, I guess. Man, my stretch marks are coming at full force. They're like sneaky, slithery snakes. Okay, they started like low, and now they're getting higher and higher, and they're like deep red, and they're like, oh hey, what? Look at all these snakes. The bigger I get, it's like, everything's the same except maybe 1 or 2 things that are different. Let's see. I've got, this is 22 weeks. Right now, as you can look at this is stretch marks just starting to creep up on me. This is this side. I see like it's all in my like sides. Like I got a lot of love handles right here. Here's the front. I still think like I sat down, but there's not really a super line, but I still think it's more of a B, because like this part's really hard, but I feel like this part hasn't really popped out to be hard yet, so it's, you know, it's still like cut in half to where like, yes, you're pregnant, no, you're just fat. And then there's this side. So yeah, this is my belly at 22 weeks. Alright, that's it for today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any opinions or suggestions or questions, just comment down below. If you'd like to see more from our channel, just hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next Friday. Another day, another story.